What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Command and Console. My name is Jason. Today we are looking at all the games I picked up in Games 50% pre-owned sale. So if you don't know, I mentioned this before in other videos, the Game in the UK are getting rid of their pre-owned section. So all of their pre-owned games, until stocks last, are going to be 50% off. So I've been trying to jump to my local game stores back and forth to see what I can grab and see what's left behind. I've left some games out that I've already shown. So these are just games that I haven't shown yet that I really want to show you guys that I got for dirt cheap pretty much. So let's get to the first game. I'm going with these games in price order, cheapest to the most expensive. So the cheapest games here were like £1. So first game is Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This is £1. Yeah, this game's alright, not too bad. Don't think it's amazing, but if you like your stealth games, Deus Ex is pretty good. The original game is pretty great. So for £1, I'm up for giving this a replay. You know, it might change my opinion, maybe. That's Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Next up is a game that was absolutely just ripped apart by reviews. And it just intrigues me by how bad it is. This is also £1. It is Left Alive. Some would say this is Konami's, basically Konami's attempt at its own Metal Gear Solid. In some regard, they even got the artist of the original Metal Gear Solid cover arts to do their own cover art for the game. Yeah, to be fair, the artwork is worth the £1 that I paid for it on its own, in my opinion. So there's that. Yeah, it's just a stealth espionage game with mechs, so pretty much Metal Gear essentially. But from what I've heard, it's a completely dreadful mess. So that's Left Alive. Let me know if you've played it. Am I in for like an unplayable experience, or is it so bad it's good? Let me know. Definitely want to get it back into this series. The first game I've loved. When it came out, I think I was probably his biggest fan when it came out, to be honest. Watch Dogs, this was also a pounding game. Yeah, this game is, I think it's underappreciated for what it is. For a game where it's more of like an open world hack 'em up, I suppose you can call it. Hack 'em up in the digital sense, not in the hatchet sense, right? Where you can hack things like traffic lights, computers, rigs, banks, all that kind of stuff. I remember having this when it came out, rinsing the story, getting the DLC, and the DLC is arguably better than the main game. I prefer the character of the DLC as well, so it's like it's a better experience overall, the DLC for this. But the main game's fine, it's exciting, I enjoyed it for what it was. That's Watch Dogs. Following up the Watch Dogs love with the newest Watch Dogs game, Watch Dogs Legion. Now this was also £1, but I couldn't believe how cheap it was because this is fairly newish, right? 2020. I say new, that's 4 years ago now. Jeez. I see it as a fairly newish game, right? But the cool thing out of being £1 is that you get a free PS5 upgrade with it as well. So it's pretty much a PS5 game, essentially, all things considered, for £1. So yeah, not played this one. Actually, that's a lie. I think I've played it. I think I played it on Game Pass. I don't think it was very good. But you know, revisiting a game can always change your opinion, but that's Watch Dogs Legion. This next game was £1.50. I love my wrestling games. I love wrestling in general. WWE is my jam. I got WWE 2K22. Sure, it's like 2 years old now, but I can't imagine the newer ones are much improved when they're a yearly thing, right? So yeah, 2K22 on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, should I say? Yeah, £1.50, man. You can't make this up. 50% off. So it's always 50% off the sticker price. This is $2.99, so it's probably less than £1.50 at that point. That is WWE 2K22. Now moving on to prices have gone up now. It's gone up somewhat considerably, I suppose. We've got Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and HD 2.5. This is basically Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 with the HD treatment. Really happy to get this because I've never played the Kingdom Hearts. It'd be great to jump onto these games and give them a try. I think I did play the original Kingdom Hearts years ago on the PS2 at some point. But I have no idea, I have no knowledge of this franchise whatsoever. I do know the memes out there that the story makes no fucking sense and no one's going to ever understand the story because it goes across about fucking 15, 16 games and it's a bit of a convoluted mess. But aside from that, I'm just up for some Final Fantasy action RPG with Disney characters. That sounds fun to me. So this is really cool. This is £4 in game. £4 reduced from £8, of course. So yeah, I thought yes, that's a decent price to pick this up as well because it's just the 2 games. There was another one of this. There was another like pack, that HD pack. It was all like the spin-off games, and I didn't really seem to care about the spin-off games. I didn't buy it, but this one I thought to play the first and the second games was worth it. That's Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5. Carrying on the Kingdom Hearts love, we've got Kingdom Hearts 3. This was £5. Yeah, looking forward to hopefully getting through the first 2 games and actually getting to this one because I've seen footage of this. It looks beautiful and it looks like it could be a ton of fun. Yeah, so that's Kingdom Hearts 3. There's not much I can really say about these games. I know nothing about this franchise that much really. I've always liked that artwork on the front. It's very good. It's not your usual character with gun facing away from you artworks. It's actually got some effort into it. That's Kingdom Hearts 3. This next game was a £5 reduced from £10. Far Cry Primal. I'm quite a big Far Cry fan. I try to play at least all of the mainline series when they come out. I remember playing the original Far Cry on PC, and I remember playing the export port, Far Cry Instincts on the original Xbox. And obviously Far Cry 2 came out, and that's probably my favourite game in the series. Far Cry 2 is amazing. Far Cry 3 came out, and that still was an evolution of the franchise and kicked ass. It was so good. Far Cry 4 was a bit, it was alright. But I've always missed the kind of in-between stuff. The only in-between game I have played is Blood Dragon, because it was sick. It was like Terminator 80s, awesome cyberpunk stuff. It's awesome. But the other in-between games, I've not actually played them. So I thought for a £5, I'm going to pick up Primal, because it really intrigued me when it came out, but I never actually fancied picking it up. It's basically you play as like one of the earliest members of humanity, the cave dwellers of humanity. And it's like in prehistoric times. I don't know if it's prehistoric times, but it's set, in the Stone Age or whatever. But it intrigues me. You mostly fight with spears and bows, and that could be fun. I don't know if this is any good. Let me know, guys, if this is any good. Start adding to my Assassin's Creed collection. I feel like I'm going to go for all the games eventually at this point, especially on PS4 anyway. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. This game intrigues me. It was one of the last games to be released on the 360 era before PS2 before the PS4 and Xbox One took over. I think this was originally like the last Assassin's Creed title to come out on those systems. This game is a complete flip on the original Assassin's Creed. In the grand scheme of things, the Templars are seen as evil and the Assassins are seen as the good characters, right? But in this one, you're a former assassin turned Templar, so it might be an interesting spin on this. You never know. It might be really, really cool. So looking forward to checking this one out. Set in 18th century North America. You once were an assassin. You are now a fearless Templar. Sounds cool. Could be cool. Never played it. But yeah, let me know if you've played this one in the comments down below. Now we come to the final 2 games. The price has jumped up quite considerably now. It's gone from 5 to 9. This first game seems really interesting to me. It was this game is £20 in CEX, and it was £9 on the 50% off in game. Shinobi. If you've played kind of like games like Metro Last Light or Metro 2033, or even the older games like the Stalker franchise, this game is similar to that in that regard. I think it's more akin to the Stalker series. It's like a survival horror RPG. From what I remember of the Stalker franchise, they were quite hardcore. So I don't know if this is going to be a really hardcore game. It might be. It's called Shinobi Light, so I'm hopefully it's like a bit of got lighter mechanics involved in that. But yeah, £49 reduced from £17.99. It is £20 in CX as well, so I'm saving myself like £11 there if I ever bought it there. So yeah, definitely worth a buy. It could be crap, I don't know. But yeah, let me know about this game. That's Snowballite. The grand finale, guys. I couldn't believe I found this game in the 50% off sale. It's unreal. I couldn't believe it. $17.99 reduced to £9. And it is Demon Souls. Yes, I love the original game. PS3 game is awesome. I love it. Really excited to get onto this remake because I love the original game. I'm a really big fan of Souls-likes, to the point where I've been playing a lot of them lately. But I've got a video coming up explaining that I love them, but I never complete them because I'm shit. But looking forward to playing this one. I've heard that it's like, you know, it really does showcase the PS5 really well with the controller, haptic feedback, and all that, and the triggers, and also the visuals are literally like, you know, this is next gen. This is like current gen at its best almost. You know, like the lighting's amazing and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Hopefully it's faithful to the original. We only can hope. That's Demon Souls. So there it is, guys. That is the little stack that I got from Game on 50% off pre-owned sale. Let me know any of your thoughts in the comments down below for these games. And as always, let's continue to build a games collection.